The Boy Who Grew Dragons by Andy Shepherd. Chapter 6. Banana Bloblob. When I woke up next morning, the first thing I did was swing my head over at the edge of the bed and look underneath. And there he was, my dragon. Curled up in the shoebox nest I'd fashioned for him, the loo expertly shredded into a cosy bed. His bright eyes were fixed on me, his shimmering red body glowing like hot ember. Yep, I had a dragon. I didn't need a groomable guinea pig, or a dog who could dance, or a camouflaged lionfish. Nope, I had a dragon. Beat that, Liam. And okay, I admit he was small. You might even say titchy, something I knew all about, being the smallest in my class. But it didn't seem to bother him. Maybe if I glowed like that and I could fly, it wouldn't bother me so much either. I wondered how fast he'd grow and suddenly thought of Lolly. She'd be a bite-sized snack for a growing dragon. As if to reassure me, the little dragon hopped towards my cheese plant, which isn't actually made of cheese, though how cool would that be for late-night snacks, and started tearing chunks of it off. Phew, I laughed. Well, at least that's one thing I know now. You eat plants. Let's just hope I can fill you up with enough of these. The only question really was how was I going to keep him? Because I was pretty sure a dragon was not on Mum's list of household guests. In fact, although my mum and dad put up with quite a lot, looking around at the devastation in my room, I thought even they'd object to this. I'd already had to hide Dad's old Batman comic, well, the sad charred remains of it, and 7 of my socks singed to smithereens after I'd used them as mittens to put out sparks. And then, of course, there was the huge hole in Mum's best towel. Oh, and the endless ticking time bomb poo grenades that lurked here, there, and everywhere. You see, apart from smelling like rotten fish wrapped in stinky cheese with the sprinklings of burnt toast, dried out dragon poo is highly combustible, which means it can explode without warning, something I had found out about 4 o'clock in the morning. Let's just say that once you've woken up to find your bed splattered with detonated dragon droppings, you really get particular about cleaning them up and keeping a close eye on where they land. At breakfast, I sat next to Lolly, with my dragon tucked away in my hoodie pocket. I could hear Mum and Dad upstairs, both reeling their lists of to-dos. It was beginning to sound like a competition of whose list was longest. I just hope none of those to-dos end up coming my way. Now, Lolly may only be little, but she's not daft. She sees stuff. If I've got a sweet in my mouth, even if I'm not chewing, she still knows. And her hand goes out quickly as a flash, demanding one too. So when I kept absent-mindedly fiddling with my pocket, I think she thought I had some sweets hidden in there. She leaned over and pulled at my hoodie, stretching the pocket open. Before I could stop him, the dragon saw his chance for freedom and shot out. But in his excitement, he managed to sneeze and poo at the same time, shooting out fiery sparks from one end and scorched Lolly's toast, and leaving a squelchy mess from the other all over my cornflakes. Alarmed by Lolly's shrieks of delight, he soared up to the ceiling light, dropping more well-timed poo bombs along the way, one of which perfectly met the sole of Dad's shoe as he strode into the kitchen. If my dad had picked up any tips at our one and only ice skating lesson, he might have been fine, and if the table hadn't been there, he might have slid smoothly through and out the back door. But as it happened, he sort of folded over like a crocodile's mouth shutting and landed with his face in Lolly's plate of smashed banana. At least Lolly thought it was funny. I quickly opened my pocket and the dragon zipped back in out of sight, just in time too, as Mum came running in to see what the noise was about. "What on earth is going on now?" she groaned, seeing the mess. Now the good thing about Lolly is that because she can't talk much yet, you can blame quite a lot on her. And the best bit is she finds everything funny. She doesn't even mind that Mum and Dad get cross. Oh, Lollybob was painting another banana picture and this pigeon flew in and ate it, I said. Lolly flapped her arms, launching another blob of banana that delicately splattered on Dad's nose and made her squeal again. Mum raised her eyes and sighed. Lolly giggled and stuck her 2 thumbs up, both covered in banana. "Lolly-bob-a-lob," I said, laughing. She wiggled her banana-y fingers about like puppets, which was pretty hysterical, and even Mum couldn't help but smile. I told you we stuck together, me and Lolly. Anyway, while Mum acted like a hyperactive octopus, mopping up Dad, the floor and Lolly, I was able to escape. Which was just as well because I needed to get back to Grandad's garden. Fast. Now, why do you think he needs to get back to Grandad's garden so quickly? What do you think might happen next? And do you reckon that he's going to tell his granddad? Chapter 7 is called Donuts and Dragon Fruit Crumble. As you've probably already seen, on the app we've released details on how to log on to Google Classroom. What you'll be able to do is leave comments about your favourite parts of the book so far, and that'll be really nice for me to see what bits you've enjoyed. I hope you're having a good time, and I can't wait to see you all soon. See you later.